Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Montevalles, and today you're going to be learning about division. An important word that you should know is dividend. Dividend is just another fancy word for the number in all, the number of objects that you have in all. Divisor is another fancy word for the number of groups, the number of groups that you're going to have to divide your objects into or separate your objects into. So just remember those words, boys and girls, dividend and divisor. Now, in your learning board, you're going to have to draw different numbers separated into certain groups. So, for example, you're going to have something like 8 separated into 2 groups. It's important that you focus first on the number of groups. How many groups are they asking you to separate your objects into? So, 2 groups. It's saying 8 separated into 2 groups. So draw your groups first. 1 and 2. Now, you're going to have to draw your items. 8 items. And for the sake of time, I already drew my items and I chose my circles. I chose 8 circles. So now you're going to have to share those 8 circles and separate them into 2 groups. They're going to have to each get the same amount. So here is 1 circle in the first group, 2 in the second, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I have separated 8 circles into 2 groups. Now they just don't want you to draw these. You're also going to have to solve. You're going to have to solve. So you're going to have to find how many items were in each group. So for example, remember you're going to have to draw, you can draw your division problem. 8 would be your dividend divided by your divisor, which is 2 groups. Now, how many items were in each group, boys and girls? We had 4 circles in this group and 4 circles in that group. So each group shared how many? Each group shared 4 circles. So 4 is your answer. And that is how you solve for this. Another example would be 16 separated into 4 groups. Now remember, you have to focus and look at how many groups they're telling you. They're asking you 4 groups. So you need to draw your 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to have to separate your triangles into those 4 groups. So start separating them. 1, 2, and it doesn't have to be triangles. It could be whatever you want to draw into your groups. Miss Montevalles just picked triangles. You can pick hearts. You can pick whatever you want to put into your groups. So I'm just sharing all of my triangles into each group. And remember, we have to have the same amount of triangles in each group. My triangles are not all the same size, but we're going to have triangles in each group. So now you have all your triangles in each group. They don't all look the same, like I said, but we do have 16 triangles in total. Now, you're going to have to solve. You have 16 separated into 4 groups. You had to separate the 16 triangles into 4 groups. So how could we write that? We could write that as 16, which would be your dividend, divided by 4, which is your divisor, because we had 4 groups. Now, how many objects did we have in each group? How many objects did each group get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did each group get 4, boys and girls? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So we just solved and found out that each group got 4. Now you're going to have to draw what they're asking you to draw on your learning board. Take a picture and send it to your teacher. I hope this video helped. Have fun, boys and girls, drawing and separating your groups.